Hello everybody, in this video we will learn how to draw isometric view of a cylinder. Question is, draw the isometric view of a cylinder of diameter 60 mm and height 70 mm. So first you want to draw the front view and top view of the cylinder. So of cylinder, radius is 30 mm, so you draw a circle of radius 30 mm. Okay, then do the dimensioning, then you draw another line, a reference line parallel. Then you draw the front view. Front view is a rectangle of height 70 mm and width 60 mm. So draw the front view and top view of the cylinder. So this is the front view and this is the top view. Top view is a circle of 30 mm diameter and 30 mm radius, and front view is a rectangle of 70 mm height and 60 mm width. Now we will draw the isometric view. So to draw the isometric view, first you draw a reference line like this. Then you draw a perpendicular line like this. Okay. Now you draw a line from here, this meeting point. Okay, at an angle 30 degrees, having a dimension of 60 mm, because 60 mm is the diameter of the circle. So 60 mm diameter. You draw a line at an angle 30 degrees. So from here you draw a line at 30 degrees having a dimension of 60 mm. Similarly, towards this side also, you draw a similar line.
So that bolt extension is coming. Now just we will trim unwanted portions.
At 30 degrees
This portion,
having dimension 60 mm.
okay. This portion,
This side also a line of
this portion,
dimension
this one.
60 mm but at an angle 30 degrees,
The bolt is ready.
like this. Okay, now
Bolt and nuts.
you want to draw a line from here parallel to this line
Now we will
like this. Okay,
pan and see.
you want to draw a line
Almost
from here parallel to this
Bolt
line
and nut is ready. Then we have
having a dimension of 60 mm.
we will just extend this line.
Line from here,
The center line
same
here.
30 degrees,
We will draw a line here like this.
60
A
mm.
straight line. Then unwanted portions.
Similarly,
Extension.
from this point also you draw another line
Trim this one.
parallel to
Okay. Then we will just erase
this line having same 60 mm diameter,
line. We will take
60
mirror of
mm length.
that
Okay,
portion.
so from here a line parallel to this line at 60 mm, and from this point another line parallel to this line
this
at
portion.
60 mm.
It is already as a line. So we will do one thing. We just line. We will here also we will draw a line. Okay. Then we take mirror of this one, this side.
Now you got this for rhombus.
This line.
Now in this rhombus you have these two corners are close to each other, whereas these two distance corners are at far. So you consider these two close corners.
This line.
Okay,
and
these
center
two
line.
close corners. Now what you want to do is from this meeting point, okay, this close corner,
So
you
center
draw a
line.
line.
Then now
You
we
have
will
this
erase
corner
these
has got
lines.
two opposite midpoints, two opposite lines.
Now
So you draw a
bolt
line
is ready.
from this corner to the opposite line
Now we want
midpoint.
to draw the key. Okay. Here you have a
Midpoint like
key is
this.
coming.
Similarly, one more
Here,
line
you
from
have
here, same corner to the
we
other
just
opposite
give,
line midpoint.
we want to draw a line at a slight
Here like this.
now
Now we want to draw a line from
small
this corner to
inclination.
the
So
opposite line
here
midpoint.
we will, here this line is center line. Okay, this
Here
center
like
line
this.
we will offset
And
through,
one more line
first
from
we will
here
offset through 2 mm
to the opposite. This is the opposite line
2 mm.
midpoint.
this center line upwards and
Like this.
one
Okay.
more line,
So you
one
got
more offset
4 lines.
3
Now if you consider this
center line,
this
sorry, this line at 3 mm. Okay.
now
why
for
these
this
two lines
here you have
that
these two
here we
lines
have,
are meeting here.
key
So
is
you
coming
do one
inside.
thing.
Okay,
You
that's the
want to
tap.
draw an arc,
So here we will just draw
an
line
arc
like
of
this. Now
arc
what
with
I'm going
center
to do
this
is,
point and radius
now
this
from
point.
this point I will
This
draw a line
distance.
to
Okay.
this point.
You are drawing an arc of
This line.
arc with center as
this
this point,
point
this meeting point,
to this
and
point,
radius
this
as
portion.
this dimension.
So that we can get that taper line. Once it is drawn, you just delete that bottom line and top line.
You don't
So
want to
that
complete that circle. You need to draw only this arc. Similarly,
see
draw
that
one more
taper.
arc of
Okay. Now
this
the
point as
key
center
is
and
versus line
radius as
upper
this
there.
point, this
Then
distance.
this
Okay,
trim,
this
we
point
will
as
trim
center
this
and this as
this
radius,
portion
you draw an arc like
and
this.
this portion. So key is ready
Here you are
in the
drawing
front.
this point as center
Now
and
we have
this as
here
radius, you
also we
draw an
have
arc
one
like
more
this.
key
Similarly here,
here. So
this
the
point as
what we
center,
have to do is
this
we
as
will
radius,
the thickness of
this
the key
as
is
radius, you draw an
12
arc like
mm.
this.
So this here it is 3 mm 6 mm on either sides.
Now you want to
So
draw
offset
similarly in the same
through
way.
6 mm. The center line on either side 6 mm. Okay. There here we will draw one more line here and line like this. Okay.
This
Here
point
one
as
more line we
center,
will draw.
this
That line
as
will offset
radius,
through same
this point as center
5
and
mm.
this as radius, you
This
draw
is not a fixed value.
one
You
more
can
arc
just give
like
some
this.
dimensions 5 or 2 4 or 5 or whatever value based on your preference. The key length and the key key length and the key way length is not
You are drawing an
specified.
arc
So
with the
here
center
we
as
will
this
give
point and radius
the
as
key.
this distance.
Now we will just
Similarly,
trim this
you
unwanted
want to draw
portions.
one more arc of
Trim
arc
this portion
with the center as this point and the
offset.
radius as this
This
point.
key is not visible, so we will
Center as this point
whatever
and
is
radius
there
as this.
on the left side you can just trim, and here also you can. This portion is up to here only. Okay, then here you can. Here key is not shown here. Here also it is not shown. Here only the key is coming. Okay, then here
Now
we
you
have
got
to
an ellipse
trim
here.
the key. Okay, so here we
Now
will trim this much portions. All these lines we will remove. Okay, this is key, and then
we want
this
to
line
draw
also we
a
will remove.
similar ellipse.
Now
I mean,
here
we want to
this
draw a
is the
similar
okay, then here we
rhombus
have
and ellipse
key
here.
way.
Okay,
Key way we
so
will
for
give
that,
2 mm
here height
of
is
2
70 mm.
Okay,
So you do one thing.
here we will give
You from all these four corners,
fillet.
you draw lines of 70 mm height.
fillet. Say radius, select radius, 2 mm radius.
From
Here
all
we
these
can
four
just we will
corners, you draw lines
select
of
this
70 mm
line
height.
and this line, 3 mm radius. Enter. Repeat fillet. This line and this line also. So okay, enter. So the key and key way are ready. Now pan. Okay. If you feel that it is the fillet radius is too
From
much,
here also,
we will do one thing. We will
a
just
line
give
of
2
70
mm
mm.
of fillet. Okay. Fillet undo.
Now you
We
do
will
one
give
thing,
2 mm
just
of
connect
fillet only.
all these
Fillet
lines.
radius. So fillet
From here to here,
fillet
here to
radius
here,
will give 2
here to
mm.
here,
Radius 2 mm.
and here to here, you will get another rhombus here.
This one
So inside that rhombus,
2
again
mm
you want to
radius.
repeat same step which you followed here.
Again repeat
You have to
fillet.
follow all these same
This one
steps
and this
again.
one. Okay,
So a
this
line
one.
from this meeting point
So
to
2
the
mm.
opposite
2
line
mm is
midpoint.
enough. Now here you have this portion also we want to trim because that is key.
From here to
Now
the
we
opposite
almost,
this line
key
midpoint.
also is ready. Now we will hatch this one.
Here one thing which you always remember, you have to consider these lines. You want to draw from these close corners, not from these
Hatch
two
this.
corners. Close corners only you
Also
want to
hatching.
draw lines, not
This
from
one
these far corners.
hatching. Anything else is remaining? No, everything is complete. Hope here we have the shaft you have to show. The shaft, this shaft will do one thing. Shaft will slightly extend. Okay.
Now you got these two meeting points.
Will extend
Similar step you want to follow here. Okay. Now if you follow these similar steps, you can get. I mean, first you draw an arc of
here like this.
radius center as this point and radius as
Image
this
of
much.
one. Mirror this object, one base point, this one and this one. Okay, so mirror image of that. Enter. Now
Same way you want to draw one more arc here.
extend this line, this line, this line, this line, and this line, and this line, also center line. And then we will trim this.
Now this point as center, this line length as radius, this point as center, this line length as radius. You want to draw an arc like this.
No need of trimming that because it is axis, so no need of that. We will trim this portion, and this portion, this one, and this one. Okay. Now we want to draw, since it's a shaft and the shaft is a long object. We want to show it as a section object. So here we will do one thing. Just select arc. Okay. Say 3-point arc. First point.
The same way, this point as center,
Just
this as radius. You want to draw one more line,
this.
one more arc. this point as center and this as radius, one more arc.
Now we'll draw an arc of 3 points. First point, second point, third point. Okay, now the arc is ready. Now let us take the mirror image of this one.
So you got these two ellipses, and
Image.
now you want to draw the tangent to this ellipse and this ellipse, a line.
Again, mirror image of this one.
Tangent to this line and tangent to this line. You draw a line
Let us do one thing.
from here, this circle, you semicircle, tangent to this circle. Okay, semicircle, tangent. One more line
Take mirror image
from here, this point,
here. This one.
tangent to this line, this circle. Okay,
This point is
and
this point.
tangent to this circle.
Like
So you
this,
got
mirror image.
the
Just leave it that way.
you are drawing these two lines. Now we want to make this point, this line, this curve will be invisible. So you want to make these lines dotted line.
Change
So
center line, axis. Other here for changing the axis, we do one thing in bilayer. Select the lower by this second bilayer. In that you have the other option, load. There you load lines, center line. Okay. Again load, center 2x, center 5x, center 5x. Okay. One more another center line. Let us give this center line also. Okay. One more center line will give. Which one is matching? You have to select that accordingly. Okay, we'll select 4 center lines. Okay. Now let us do one thing. Select this line and this center line. Okay. There we will change that to matching center line. This one, this one, this one, or this one. Which one is matching? You can give. We will give. This is the. We'll give this line. And there. Now let us do one thing. We will hatch this portion. To hatch that, select hatch option. In that, select this. This is the ANS 131.
no, this is the curve. Okay, you want to make this curve dotted line. So for that, just draw. These three lines should. This line should be. This curve should be dotted line.
Now again you select hatch.
Just
Again same pattern.
erase those lines and redraw those lines as dotted line.
These two flanges are of different pieces. Okay, two different pieces. So angle should be in the opposite direction. So that's why we are giving.
So this is the
hatching that
front view. This is the isometric projection, isometric view of the
other at 90 degrees.
cylinder of diameter 60 mm and height 70 mm.
Okay, so
Just draw the dimension also.
now here we want to hatch here also. Again you select hatch. There we will give dimension. Here we will give say 0.5 mm. 0.5. So that the line will be at 3 degrees. Okay. Here this angle and again hatch.
60 mm diameter and 70 mm height.
Angle 0.
Hope you understood this video how to draw as a front view. I mean, draw how to draw the isometric view of a cylinder.
So
Thank you very much for watching this video.